Hello everyone, this is Mike from BTR Budget Tech Reviews here, and today is the review video of the LG G4. Alright guys, Mike from BTR Budget Tech Reviews here, and today is the review video of the LG G4, and I was one of the lucky participants that was able to receive the phone before its actual release. So I want to thank LG USA for sending me this phone out for review. I've had the phone for a couple days here, and I want to start off with the body as far as the description goes here. And all around this phone, it feels very plasticky in material. It's a very lightweight phone actually. Probably one of the lightest phones that I've held in the hand as far as the size goes. I've had the Nexus 6, and the Nexus 6 is a little bigger, right? And that one's a little heavier compared to this phone, but depending on the quality of material this is made out of, as you can see here, the back has kind of like a glossy material going all the way around here on the back. It says G4 on the bottom. The speaker grill is right here in the back. The power and volume buttons are right here in the back as well, along with the camera, the LED flash, as well as the little laser thing for the for the face recognition, etc. So all around, this phone has a kind of a metallic finish going around. I don't want to say aluminum finish because it's not aluminum, it's more of a hard plastic going all the way around here, as you can see. But although it doesn't feel fancy, it looks fancy. I don't know how to say that, but aside from that, the screen here, as you can see, the bezels are actually, let me see if I can get that without the bezels are a little big compared to other phones that I've seen here, so I feel like they've made this little part down here a little bigger. So all the way around you actually have the 3.5mm headphone jack on the bottom, and excuse me, I just got a text, and your micro USB charging port on the bottom, along with the mic on top and the noise canceling mics on the top here, and the regular mics on the bottom. So, and of course you got your speaker grill up here for the earpiece. So let's get this started here. Let's talk about specs. I got an email from Twitter, and let's get the screen on here for you guys. Let's talk about specs here. This phone out of the box is running Android 5.1, and let's see if we can show you guys that really quick in the system information about phone. As you can see, the phone is very snappy. So up here you can see it says phone name, the G4, and let's go to hardware info really quick. There's the exact model number, LG H815, and let's see, software info. Out of the box it comes with Android 5.1. Now, if you're a Nexus owner, you'll have Android 5.1.1 right now, so keep that in mind, that it'll be a while before this phone actually gets, the software updates for Android, etc. It's not one of those phones that's going to get it right off the bat, but hey, LG and Android worked together with phones in the past, so maybe, you never know, you might get that update. So, aside from the version of Android, the screen, it's rocking a 5.5-inch Quantum IPS display, and it comes with 538 ppi, excuse me, not 300, 538 ppi. So to give you an example of the picture quality, and let's go to the preloaded video that they have set up on here, and I want to show you guys how good the quality, or how good it looks. In person, this looks really good. Quantum IPS display, guys. So it's pretty crazy, the video. Was that it? Nope, I started it from the end, but that's just a small example of what the video quality looks like. And I'll show you guys picture quality in another video, but aside from that, the screen is 5.5 inches. This phone is rocking a Qualcomm Snapdragon 808 processor, and it has 6 cores, so unlike other phones that are out right now that have quad core processors. This phone has a hexa-core processor, and it's upping the amount of cores for use here. And I mean, right out of the box, you can feel that this phone has a lot of, it's very fluid. It has a lot of fluidity. I don't know how else to explain that. It's just very fluid, and it runs really smoothly. Aside from that, it's got 3 gigs of RAM to back up those cores. So running multiple apps in the background is not going to be an issue for anyone that likes to run plenty of apps in the background, and it just won't lag in general. As well as the 3 gigs of RAM, this has a 64-bit chipset. So one of the newer phones that has that, compared to the older 32-bit chipsets. Excuse me, I'm stuttering here, but with that, you get an Adreno 418 graphics processor, and this phone screen is just beautiful. I can't explain it. It's just a really pretty looking screen, one of the prettiest screens that I've seen. I don't have it at exactly 100% here, but at 100%, and I don't even know if my camera can get that or not. But the screen quality is just amazing. Little to no pixels at all on the screen, and excuse the glare there. I have my special lighting in the background, but the screen quality is just very great. And let me lower the screen volume because it's kind of hurting my eyes. But other than that, this thing is sporting 32 gigs of RAM, 32 gigs of internal memory. Not safe to say that that's bad by any means necessary. That's the average. I want to say that's the average amount that a phone company or a flagship device should be holding nowadays. At least a minimum of 32 gigs. So this one, it comes with 32 gig and 64 gig flavors, and with expandable memory options in the back. And let me see if I can get the back open for you really quick. And aside from the cover that you see coming with this, the phone, you can actually replace this back cover with a leather case cover that you can get off the LG website. And I'm pretty sure that they're going to be selling a lot of these aftermarket on that, so shouldn't be hard to find. But here you go. This is where the SIM card goes in the back of the phone, and on top of that, right here above it, would be the micro SD card slot. So let me get that snap back in. So let me double tap this to turn the screen on. I don't know if you guys are aware, but that's one of the little features that this phone has. This phone has a 16 megapixel camera, and I just want to get into small detail on how good this camera works. I've taken some pictures on this phone, and I'm going to try to get a separate video, but this phone takes actually really good pictures. Some of the best pictures that I've seen from a smartphone in a really long time. Now you can compare it to phones like the S6, which I know has been praised for its camera capabilities, but I know that this phone takes great cameras. Now I just need to know how to autofocus on this phone. But I'm gonna see if I can get a separate video on just the camera features of this phone as well as the camcorder. So keep an eye out for that second video coming up, guys, on the camera. I don't want to get too much into detail, but just for reference, this has a 16 megapixel rear camera and an 8 megapixel front camera up here, guys. So one of the best front-facing cameras on a telephone to date, in my opinion. So I mean, you're gonna get good shots, and you can actually probably take full HD videos just with the front-facing camera there. So going to that, the camera's features include assist beam, optical image stabilization, manual focus, face detection, digital zoom, voice activation, self-timer, burst mode, and HDR. So of course, it has all the perks. The camcorder on this takes 4K videos. So here we go. I just wanted to show you guys that this does have 4K shooting on it. So you're gonna click the settings first down here, and then where it says 16 by 9, you're gonna click that. And from there, it's going to give you the option to click either Full HD or UHD. So if you want to switch from 1080p to UHD, you're going to click that, and it's going to give you the UHD option for 4K recording. So I thought that was very good, and I'm hoping to get a separate video for that. So keep an eye out for the separate video on the camera quality. Now, I want to get into some little features that this phone has actually, and one of the features is going to be dual window. Okay, now dual window allows you to use multiple apps at once, basically. So let's say I want to use my Google Chrome, right? And we can just use Chrome. I can use Chrome while using YouTube at the same time. So let's click that, click Chrome and YouTube, and boom, there you go. So if I want to search for something like budget tech reviews, search it on top, and you're gonna see that while watching a budget tech review video, I can do that as well. So as you can see here, here's the LG 4. All right.
Mike from BTR Budget Tech Reviews here, and today
so you can actually make that screen smaller. Let's lower that. So you can actually make this smaller down here while actually still continuing to browse the web. So let's see if there's any images of me, Budget Tech Reviews here. So as you can see there, and if I want, I can make this screen up here bigger and make the one on the bottom bigger and the one on top smaller. So, and of course, I think that's a pretty cool feature if you're multitasking on certain apps. And of course, you can just get rid of that. But last thing that I want to talk about is battery life on this phone. Okay, battery life is huge for a lot of people. This phone has a removable 3000 milliamp battery. Now what does that say for me? Well, it says for me that I'm going to get a lot of battery life out of my phone, because most of the phones I've had in the past die really easily. So using this phone the past couple of days, I've noticed that the standby time on this phone is amazing. You can basically have the phone screen off while you're at work all day, or while you're traveling, etc. And this battery life will stay pretty much the same number that you left it. I've had this phone on all day, and let's see if I can get this on screen. Ooh, okay, hold on. I do not want to turn on the timer. But right now, I have this right at 55%, and I've had this phone on pretty much all day. So let's see if I can go to battery life actually. Battery life. Right now, it's been running since, I want to say since 10 in the morning, and it's 10:43 at night. And according to this, let's take a look here. It's 13 hours and 10 minutes on battery life, and estimated time remaining 11 hours. So I've used a lot of it in the last couple of hours actually, since I've gotten out of work. But phones or apps like Snapchat, Facebook, as you can see here, I have Snapchat, Facebook running in the background, which consume a lot of life, because you're using data and Wi-Fi as well as the camera for the apps. So I definitely use these apps on a daily basis, and along with Instagram, YouTube, etc. And they're battery killers, and for some reason this phone just does great with battery life. So that's one thing that I want to give off to LG, that the battery life on this phone is just probably one of the best battery lives. So that's going to be it for the main review here on this this new smartphone by LG, the LG G4. So I want to thank again whoever sent me this phone by LG, basically LG USA reps who sent me this phone and found my YouTube channel. So I really appreciate that, guys. I'm gonna get a couple more videos of this phone up with the camera as well as gaming with this phone, so keep an eye out for that, guys. I'm gonna show you guys picture quality of this phone as well as some videos, so keep an eye out for those videos, guys. As always, thank you for watching, and please subscribe.